Hello. Hi, everybody. Mac, Willow, Al. A perfect 8.5. They said it couldn't be done. Game. I was thinking of doing a little bit of cleanup on something here. Where is it? Where is that stored? I need to go into studio mode here and look at a thing. The starting soon screen. The clips background. Okay. Clip background has the AFK clips section. What is that? Where is that? Desktop, stream stuff, animated, AFK. Okay. Desktop, stream stuff, animated, AFK, clips. Oh boy. Right, I forgot that the clips got actually downloaded. Hold on, this is the wrong folder then. Go up one, AFK. There we go. It's all done, okay. It's all done right there. So there is something. Okay, so this is the file. This is what it looks like in isolation. Interesting. Something I was thinking of that would be really nice is what if it played a little progress bar of the clip at the bottom? Now, the clips are not going to play because Firefox, Chrome, I don't know about other major browsers, but typically there's a JavaScript function you can call on media sources like audio and video called .play. When you call my file, my video object .play, that tells the page to play that video. But, as you can see by this error message that's very tiny on the screen, it will only do that if the user has clicked on the page, interacted with the page. This is to prevent... Is it already? Already. Okay, hang on. Can we just do a limiter on this or something? Maybe that'll... Is that better? Is that better, or any noticeable change at all? Also, I need to turn off the AC. That's going to be loud. I'm willing to deal with the heat. Still a bit loud. We could turn on all kinds of things here. Noise gate, noise suppression, limiter, the works. Filter, limiter. Let's limit it to like here. That's yeah, that's how loud it's gonna get, maximum. But if I bring that down a bit more, we got okay. And so the idea is that this will prevent the mic from ever going over a certain threshold. And as long as it doesn't hit that threshold, everything sounds perfectly normal. And I don't love that it's normally quiet. I don't want people to have to like crank up the audio because it's the same on GQ's stream. I don't know if you've noticed. GQ's audio is low. Like I'm having to up like, okay, browser max, turn on the compressor plugin, actually crank the headphones up. Still way loud. Okay. All right, I'm just going to refresh the mic. Had to download a... Yeah, there's the one I think it's... I don't know, is it a plugin for... Hang on, I'm pulling up GermStream just so I can see what is doing this. It's FFZ. Audio compressor is available in FFZ and it's really good. The compressor is quite good for quiet streams. It brings up the lows, it brings down the highs. Anyway, I was thinking it'd be nice to have a little progress bar on this page. What I was saying earlier is that the reason the clips aren't actually playing when I run it locally, by default, browsers... Oh, good. Cool. Love it. Cool. Well, it's usually too quiet, right? So we'll just, you know, maybe this is good. Maybe this is just how the mic is now. Maybe it's finally gone over that threshold. Well, you can hear me though, right? Let's see here. Like, I could just turn the volume down on the mic and make it quieter. Like, cut it down to half volume. Which is very different from what I normally do. But we'll go with it. A or B? A or B? That's a good point. Yeah, you don't want it overshadowing the music. The lovely music. Okay. So, oh, wait, same? Same. Okay, hang on. Oh, sorry. It was A or B. A or B. There's B. B is better. Is B the best possible balance? Because I could also bring the audio up quite easily by up to 1.7 decibels. Let's do that. Let's bring the music up. I see it now. I see it. Oh, it gave up. It gave up and it just started playing these.
Sparky.
Crackling. Ugh. Well, that sounds like the audio. The USB, like I said, the cord is not good. Okay, hang on. I could try something. It's a scary idea, but
Oh, that's great.
studio mode,
Section.
webcam, and mic.
Nice. Oh, it's good. Oh, that ending is fantastic.
Let's see here.
Oh man.
Where is it? Where is it? It is
Okay.
this one. Change the name of this so I know what it is, right? Okay, let's try this.
That was dumb.
Properties, show in. Okay, here we go.
All right. How is this one? How would we say this one?
Wait.
is?
Okay.
Nope, going.
All right. Go ahead. Stop making noise. Quality-wise, I'm assuming it's a step down. Super quiet. That makes sense. That one makes complete sense. Okay. Then let's just bring the volume really far down on this one.
Okay, how do we like that? How do we like that one? Also, what do we not have a loop? Like we need a handle loading bar function. Wait, now? Barely here? Okay, so now we're at 18.3. Let's double it by going up to -12. Okay, so this should be about double what it was before. Okay. We're gonna call this version 12. Well, version -12, but still. Do we like version 12? This is at a -12 decibel from max. And when we hit that, then it's let's see, request animation frame, handle loading bar, right? Yeah, so that'll just loop indefinitely. Still sound like I'm eating the mic, but it's just quiet shouting. Oh my gosh. I really don't want to get a new mic. It should just be just the cord. Like, that's... I just need to like grab one at the grocery or something. And we'll just see if that fixes it. Let me see if there's some... Oh, that's set exactly where it should be. Let me try turning... Okay, sounds like I'm eating the mic, but is quiet. So let's try this. Let me see if this makes any difference at all. Oh, maybe. All right, is that... All right, any difference there? Do we like this better or worse? Because this is me adjusting the gain on the mic itself, I think. Oh, hang on. About the same. Okay, that may not be... okay. Well then... This probably isn't going to sound any different either. Let's mess with the filters then. Let's turn off. Quiet on the music is still blaring. Okay. So I think this is going to sound a little bit different. Maybe. I can actually, let's bump the limiter up a bit, because that's probably what's doing the topping off the mic business, is the limiter. Kind of that sound of like, oh, it's blaring out the speakers kind of sound. I don't know if the compressor is doing anything. This is like more normal, more close to what we normally have. Maybe that's better. Okay, how about this with the compressor turned on? Yay, nay. Okay, previous one was more normal. All right, so now compressor is on. I don't know if it's gonna be good, bad, in between. Better, but now too quiet. Okay, so let's see if we can adjust the output gain a bit. Okay, I don't really love. I don't know. Turn that one back. Turn that one back. The music is too loud. Maybe. The way I figure it, like if I go into Twitch and I turn the audio up to a certain level, like I would love it to all be consistent across different channels. Okay, Slam, hope you're doing well. We're troubleshooting some audio issues. That's perfect, honestly. Threshold ratio. That doesn't. No, that's just compressor doing compressor things. Okay, we're gonna leave that off. All right, I'm not gonna double the sound, but I am gonna go up to -9 decibels. There we go, right around there. Right around there. Okay, so I need to now do what I wanted to do earlier, which is mess with this video frame. So this is in a frame container. The video, I think I could get by with clip frame. No, do I want clip frame? Yeah. Clip frame. Where's clip frame? Right around there somewhere. I want to say border bottom solid 5 pixel red. Does that do anything? I don't see that at all. I don't see that at all. So maybe we just don't do that. Maybe instead we do a pseudo element or even a whole separate thing. Oh, Visual Studio Code just like exploded. Okay, it's back. Yeah, what if we just did above clip title, a div, ID progress, Okay, and then progress, we just adjust this. Background, oops. Background color, red. Height, 5 pixels. Width, 5 pixels. Show me that red box. Where is it? It's invisible. Where is it? Oh, display block? No, still nowhere. 50 pixels? Is something overwriting it? What's the deal? Why don't I see it? Why don't I get to see it? That's just script. That's the body element. Okay, display fixed, for all I care. Oh wait, no, not fixed. No wait, no, position. Maybe it's the positioning. Okay, so there it is. Position, relative. That might be the issue. It's probably just like, no, it says it's right there. Is it a z-indexing thing? No, it's not. It's just position absolute is fine. Okay, great. Absolute according to what? The video? So what if I took this, this entire thing, and I put it in here? Does that, can you do that? Can you embed a div inside of, like, that's probably not a thing you should do ever, right? Yeah, that seems like that was a bad idea. Okay, but this is working, sort of. As long as I adjust the position a little bit. Top 0 puts me all the way at the top. The video size is height 1100. But the video doesn't go that low. So bring it down. Right around there. Yeah. Right around there. 908. Exactly where I want it. Height 30 is probably better. And what we'll do is we'll do like this. It'll look just like this. I don't know if we'll do red. But this is the idea. This is the idea. Do we have inline? There's our CSS. Okay. So progress. We had a school thing going on tonight, and that wore me out so much. Whew. Like I'm gonna sleep good tonight. I hope. I hope I have the option of sleeping good tonight. Handle loading bar, that needs to be set up here. You guys can't see the code. You don't need to see the code. Clip duration equals 0. Whenever I load a clip, set the clip duration equal to whatever this says, I guess. Clip duration is in seconds. So we're gonna have a clip progress. No, we're gonna have a clip start time. So when we load a clip, we're gonna set clip start time equal to new date. And that, I think, is in milliseconds. Elapsed is going to equal new date minus clip start time. And why don't we just console log that? That's not really what I wanted. These numbers are big. Big, big, big. Clip start time should have on load clip. Load clip gets set initially. Right. Load clip did not get set initially. Why? Oh, but we can initialize it to new date. There we go. Okay, so this counts how many milliseconds. And clip duration is how many... Oh, clip duration is not populated. Oh, see, that's a big problem. Oh, okay, I see. Clip duration has to happen. Set timeout. Right here when we play the clip. And clip start time has to happen there as well. Right? Clip start time, clip duration. Oh, this needs to happen. Load clip has to happen first. There we go. Okay, so now we've got the duration. We've got the start time, and from that we can get the progress percent. The progress ratio is going to equal the elapsed time, which is in seconds, so we have to multiply that by 1,000, divided by the clip duration, which is in milliseconds. And then we will take our progress meter here, document.getElementById, progress, style width equals, and we're gonna say set it equal to progress ratio times. Ooh, what's the full width of that progress bar gonna be? $1,600. So progress bar times 1,600. Go ahead and wrap that in a math.floor. Pixels. All right, let's see if that works. No, the width is ridiculously high. The progress ratio, therefore, is probably wrong. So let's console.log our elapsed times 1,000. And what do we see in elapsed times 1,000? More than I thought. Why is that? Okay, what is elapsed then? Oh, elapsed is already milliseconds. Clip duration is the one we need to multiply by 1,000. Oh. So that means we were off by a factor of 1 million. Oh, we got it. I think we got it. Cool. Now the next thing I want to check, does this load locally? Yes, it does. It's not pulling off the server, which means we can get this immediately. And then it gets to the end. And then it does that, which is less cool, but I get it. We can fix that by changing the transition duration. Hey. Keeps drawing weird. Transition duration to 0 seconds. Make it nice and crisp. This is using request animation frame, which is a nice little JavaScript function for just, hey, call this every frame that you're about to render the window. So for anything that you're trying to visually update as cleanly as possible. I don't like that it went past. I know why it did. So progress ratio, we just want to clamp it. If progress ratio is greater than 1.0, progress ratio equals 1.0. All right, I think we're good. I've been wanting to do that for a bit. I just think it'll make the clips a little bit nicer on the starting soon screen. I know that's not getting game work done, but I need this. Gets to the end. It is! It is. All right, cool. Let's see it live. BRB. Alright, that's good enough for me. And it does it with the next clip. I'll take it. A little red bar. We could even change the color if we wanted to do dumb stuff. We don't need to do dumb stuff. We can make the bar into a snail. We could give the bar a little happy face. There's so many possibilities. I can think of multiple people who would love for there to be a snail. Dumb stuff. I have a dumb stuff I need to do tonight. I need to make a mustache. I need to make a shopkeeper mustache and then slap it on every shopkeeper. You remember when mustaches were like trendy? Like it was the live, laugh, love of its time. What happened? What was that about? Why mustache? Nice. The Aurora looks fun and cool.
That's a fine moustache you have, sir. Why, thank you. I got it from the same place I bought my clipboard from.
That's canon. Like it or not. Where are we gonna stick the mustache? Who's gonna manage the stash? Let's put it. All right, I've got the one. I think it's this one. Yeah. It's a file called fox.png that holds like everything now. Okay. It's gonna be a generic little mustache here. Let's give him a little bristly. Little bristly lip warmer here. There it is. We're just gonna slap this underneath so many noses. Look at that. That can go on anybody. Boom. Easy. Great. Okay, now I need to grab that. Actors. Oh, nope, that's not the right one. Did I edit the direct file? No. What am I looking at here then? Is this right? Oh no, this is good. This is good. Drag it in. Now we need to look up our shopkeeper and give him a mustache. Yeah, slap on his head. That seems like the place to put it. All right, so this is gonna look a little bit weird. Because his entire mouth opens up. So I need to kind of get this like, there we go, right there. All right, make him talk. All right, that's fine. That'll work. Mustache. Copy. Bird. Guess what you get? Guess what you get on your face? Mustache, that's right. Get absolutely stashed. Ooh, I feel like that needs to be drawn before the face. Okay, that looks really weird on a bird. That looks really weird on a bird. Oh no, it's because, you know why? Their beak is both mouth and nose. This is a problem, isn't it? Their beak is their mouth, but also their nose. Birds don't have lips. All right, you're exempt. But you, now you. Tame. Right on the beak. As eyebrows. That might be doable. That might be doable. All right, this needs to go behind the head. No. We can just Z-index it. We can just Z-index it to get behind the nose. I'm getting very worked up about this mustache. It's a very silly mustache. It's a very silly mustache. Oh yeah, they're actually more kissable than a lot of the NPCs. All right, this is maybe gonna be really great. Eyebrow. All right, let's scale it. Well, wait. I get it. I see it. I see. Okay. We'll let him keep his brow, his furrowed brow. Now there is one other shopkeeper that apparently never got the word shopkeeper attached to the character. It's this guy right here. Raccoon Merchant. He's merchant, not a shopkeeper. Slap a stash on this man. Every shopkeeper has to get a mustache. Everything must grow a mustache. All right, there we go. Some say that's the hardest part. And it's really contributing to some of the sexism in the economy overall. Just statistically, a good mustache short, and he doesn't have a mustache. All right, there we go. I think it was Noble Hero suggested mustache for a penguin. We haven't made the penguin shopkeeper yet, but it's good to know that we've got the mustache available now. So now it has to happen. Noble Hero is one of the rare YouTube viewers who watches in syndication. It is really nice to have like a massive set of videos on demand of a massive series that you can just pop in on and fast forward through. Oh, you poor Twitch viewers. The penguin's gonna have the same oh no, you're right. The penguin's gonna have the same problem. How do you put a mustache on a bird? Because if you put it under the beak, then it's under the mouth. Goodbye, Panty Slam. Uh-oh. There's a noise. Oh yeah. Hang on, I think I have to step away. Enjoy our new BRB screen.
Doing any kind of commentary. Who knows? Oh my gosh, we did it.
Get ready to count it down. Here we go. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have liftoff. We're doing it. This is such a beautiful rocket. It's gorgeous. Oh my gosh. I can see a lot better from this one. Oh wow.
You can really see the lava getting hanged.
Oh, the cloud barrier. There's our target over there. No, we're going the wrong way. Wow, you can really see. She might have just been stirring a bit back to sleep. I'm gonna give it another 20 seconds before actually settling in to do some work here. Classic rock hopper. It's no macaroni penguin, but you know, what is really. Okay, right. We are working on the demo update. The demo's already out on Steam. You can play it now, but there's a major bug in it that you might not encounter, but if you do encounter, it really sucks. And we want to add a little variety, some new enemy types, new items, the works. So, we need to make it so, yeah, right now we got Cat is going to say, hey, blah, blah, blah. You can use the thing. Look at that. Wow, golden. Cool, neat. Don't you want to use whatever move turned gold? But what we saw is that all right, let's fold. It doesn't point to her, and I don't know why. This is supposed to be 5 when we're done with this. Let's not forget that. So we need to look at the dialogue code, which that's a scary block of code. I'm gonna admit that one scares me a bit. It's dense. It's doing a lot. Close this. Okay. Start a fight. Clap, clap. I think this will count, right? Yeah. Maybe not. Do a thing. Clap, clap. Blocked. Clap, clap. Okay, boom. Right there. Right there. We get that. Oh, dang it. You know what, though? We're not getting the event because we still need to have all of this stuff be true. So you know what? We're going to say temporarily. Just do it. Just always do it until we figure out what's going on with this broken stuff. Okay, so it should do right when the battle starts. Right? Because... no? No. What? Why? Oh, because we fell into this pit here. Okay. Okay, but this time. All right. Now, let's see what's going on here. It's pointing to her. Oh, I love light steel blue. It is pointing to her. Why? I very specifically remember last stream that we were working on this. It was not pointing to her. I didn't do anything. I didn't fix it. Why is it pointing to her correctly now? I don't like that. I don't like that it's working now. Okay. How dare it? I mean, that's terrible. It's terrifying when that happens in coding. It's like, wait a second, this is working, but it shouldn't be. All right, Snail Boss is down. Tut recovery is down. What is this? Oh, this is for, hey, you're low on HP. Right, because this was the one that's supposed to say, hey, why don't we try that new move you got, huh? But also, if you ever use a special move, then I don't want this to come up. I just thought of it. That's another one. If you have already used any special move, like there's a chance you used your special move while you were already full on HP, in which case I don't need to tell you, hey, you should try out the special move because we're low on HP. Oh no, I can. It'd be fine. So we'll say low HP. We're low HP. We haven't beaten the first chapter 1 boss, we haven't beaten chapter 1 yet. We haven't seen the message yet. And we have some special in the tank. Okay, so we've got special meter. All this other stuff is done. Then we're gonna say, okay, you've received the tutorial. I never need to see this again. And then we're gonna say test. Where am I gonna put this? Raw 1? It could happen in raw, it could happen in 0. Let's see here. Right here. This is Tut special move. There we go. That's it. Just that. That'd be Convo Funks get no? Get lines. With key code, that one. Okay, there we go. That's the special move intro. That's for, hey, I have low health. I have special meter available. I've not beaten chapter 1 yet. Reasonable time to remind the player about special moves. They will probably dip below 5 HP or to 5 HP at some point in chapter 1. And even if they've already used special move when they were at like 7 HP for some reason, wouldn't hurt to call it out the first time. Okay, now we need the tutorial for, hey, a golden move is going on. What's the deal with that? We need to How do we do this? Okay, I know the one. I want to zoom in the camera. Set camera target. So there's gonna be Tut Golden Move. Golden. Let's do this one as a two-parter. Whoa. Do you see that glow on the ground? I mean, I guess we could start the camera transition and then run through the text, and then transition the camera back. So we'll just do it as a single text blob, nothing in between. This must be related to, this must be do with that golden move. Golden, what are we going to call it? What are we going to call it? Not internally, but in universe. Golden maneuver, golden technique. Golden technique. Let's make that dance. Let's see here. Let's see. Can I read who has a golden move ready? I don't think I can. I cannot yet. The scrap move ID indicates the name of the move, but not which unit has it. But we could add that. Golden unit. And this will just describe, hey, which unit has that going on. The scrap system is getting really complicated, and I'm trying to only expose the bare bones to the player. Like, they'll just know, hey, when you see a golden move, using it would be good because it leads to charging up this meter. You don't need to worry about the numbers. Please do not worry about the numbers. So this will let us check which unit it is, and that means that we can have different text available. So if Dabble has it, it will say, hey, let's look at your attacks. see which one would help us recharge. Well, I'm not calling it special meter. I am calling it gear meter. And it's your gear meter, not Cat has no ownership of it. Okay, but alternatively, if Cat is randomly chosen, look at my attacks. It's I can't believe I'm even bothering with that. But whatever. Okay, so that's gonna be battle events, lines. Tutorial, golden move, golden technique. And then if golden unit. Yes, golden unit, eh? Is not null. Assume not null. Unit type equals dabble. If it's dabble, then append not lines, but a single line of dash dabble, golden move, dash dabble. Otherwise, cat. Okay, so now we've got our lines ready. So what are we looking for? We are looking for, it's got to be chapter 1. You've never seen this tutorial. Tut. Golden. And currently there is a golden move in play. Where does that work? Do we set this to null anywhere? Like after, yeah, we set it to blank. When do we set it to blank? Whenever the turn counter increment. Well though. If you were to run away from a fight or win a fight, then this would not happen, would it? So we do need to clear this out in the battle manager. We've got a single function that gets called basically when battle ends. What is that? On battle again in, oh, okay. Maybe it's somewhere else. On win fight, it's like an on lose fight, on run away. Does it just leave battle? I mean, I'll take that. That'll work. Any leaving of battle is good. Okay. So now we are looking for, does it equal blank? If it's not blank. Thank you for the follow. All follows are anonymous. We're going to get the lines that we're going to tutorialize you with. And then we're going to spit those lines out at you. Cat is going to say them. We need Cat to be alive. Cat needs to be the current partner. Those are given. One other change on this is I want to adjust the camera. I want to set the camera to devil. Well, do I? It'd be nice. It would be nice. And then reset the camera. Okay, set camera target to null at the end. I guess focus in on cat. Okay, well, let's get into a fight. Okay, so I need to launch in that first move. Okay, so that's gonna activate gold. There we go. Your attacks instead of my attacks. That's great. That's great. Okay, that's all we need. That's all we really need is just, hey, here's the thing. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. All right. A problem has been detected. Switch positions. Now, notice here the turn indicator positioning. Okay, that happens here. Well, let's do the same code. Let's do the same code here, can we? Where does that happen? Right here. Ugh. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Boom. Right there. Right there. Just make it follow the selected golden unit. Selected unit is right there. So we can adjust this to use this. We can adjust this to happen at the same place where we mess with the indicator position. And we don't even have to reload the game. It should just work. Yeah, all right. I'll take that. Okay, so it follows whoever has the effect in play. She does not have it. You can switch players and say, I've got it. Okay, that works. That totally works. Is there a chance that both of these could happen? Like in the same turn? Could you have a case where you just now hit 5 HP and a scrap move just now became available? Yes, that could totally happen. I don't want that to happen. What's the hierarchy here? Which one's more important? Let's do it in this order. Special move comes first. No, well, I kind of feel like this the golden move. I want to indicate that one first. Because in Chapter 1, if you drop down to 4 HP, you're still going to be alive next turn. You're not going to be facing off against 4 big enemies. You're fine. So yeah, I think this is the way to go. All right, there's our tutorial segments. They should be good. Next up, we need to adjust cog. Cog's text. The recovery. Repair. Did I say recovery somewhere? Because it used to be called recovery. Because I was leaning into more of like computer terminology and realized these guys aren't computers, they're robots. And it's very different in universe. All right. Let's see here. Gear power rather than gear meter. Oh, and let's use the same dance effect there. Golden techniques. And then we'll have Kat start to ask about that. And then we're just not going to explain it. No capital letter for consistency. There we go, that's fine. Okay, so now we need to squeeze in 30A and 30B. Into the cinematic, because this was back when I was doing cinematics this way. There we go, done. All right, in-battle tutorial, done. Text may be showing in a weird place, may not be. Tutorial for scrap collection, maybe. That would be handy. So I think what's really going to surprise people that played TTYD, and I guess even Paper Mario 64, is that filling up a gear in the gear meter does not immediately let you use it. It's only after the battle is concluded that it locks in. And if you run away, you actually lose any gear power that you kind of tried to farm. That's very much by design. So we could add in a third one for your first time coming in with a full scrap bar, which should only happen mid-battle. Oh, you could skip it. Like, what if the thing that knocks you over the edge is... No, I guess that's fine. I guess that's fine. But yeah, there's a high chance. I mean, I don't know if it's better than 50-50, but there's a decent chance that when you use a golden technique, you are going to immediately win the battle, because a lot of enemies are just not very strong in chapter 1. So very high chance that that was the ending blow. But it doesn't matter if it's the first time or not. We can have a hey, what gives? Why didn't why did that not do the trick? Oh, I'm sure I could do this outside of the fight. So we'll call that the scrap salvage tut. You know what? Let's move this out of here. Is chapter 1 or let's say is early game. If Cat's alive and it's early game, yeah, okay, that's what we want. That's gonna simplify a lot of this code. Oh shoot, hang on. Did I delete the wrong thing? No. This one just really is that simple. Okay, there we go. That's easier. Just running the board. All right, scrap salvage. Tut, scrap salvage. What do we need to watch for on this? This one's a weird one. Banked plus pending. Current and banked. Thank you for the follow. All follows are anonymous. I really appreciate it. Let me pull up a fight, I think, because that's gonna help me visualize this, what it is we're looking for. Get me in a fight. Get me in a fight. Okay. Debug. Whoop. What do we do? No such actor. No such actor. Right. I need to only do this if golden unit is not null. Okay, that's important. Yep. Try again. Get back into a fight. Yeah, we hadn't actually run the battle since I made that change, so no surprise we hit a crash there. Okay, this up here, the special move meter, the gear power. What we are looking for is that you have used. You're in the early game, so you only have 1 max. You have used it, but you are building it back up. You have 50 saved up from the last fight, and you've earned 40 more this fight. That's not what that's supposed to look like, is it? Is it? No. That's very wrong. What the heck in heck? Okay, so I'm kind of off by one error there. Okay, but this is what we're looking for is that you have a fully maxed out meter here, which should be banked plus pending. Oh, what do we got going on in the errors here? Dialog box update stem. Why are you updating the stem angle? There's no dialog box running right now. I wonder if this is what was making it go, for lack of a better word, what was making it go wonky earlier. Horse. Why is the source actor this guy? What does he have to say? What could he possibly be saying? Source actor equals show dialogue actor. What are you saying, little thing? Null or actor. This is the only thing that would make this do this. Okay, hold the phone. So right, let's drown our sorrows. What are you trying to say? What are your text pages? Nothing. No text pages at all. Such a nuts game. It's good. It's good. I think Dupu hit the nail on the head. The genre is Mad Libs. If there's no text pages, then there's nothing to do here. If you get into a fight with a pig, you're probably fine. Okay. Right. I wanted to check out. Yeah, this is so weird. Pending 100. It's overflowing into the next one. I think there's some kind of off by one on the pending. I was about to look at that, and then I saw the debugger going wild. Pending. Okay. Displayed pending. Right, because it counts up. Yep. Okay, so that's moving up towards 100. And then this right here, right? Oh boy, what? Oh boy. All right, take our current gear amount, 0. Take our banked amount, 0. Take our displayed pending, 100. Times 1.0, that's gonna get us into floating point error territory, I fear. Scrap per gear is also 100. So why don't we just print this value right here? What are you gonna tell me? What are you gonna tell me? Three. Wait, that's good. That's what I want. That's exactly the number I'd expect here. So why is it giving me a little fraction here on number 4? Not the scrap sprite visibility. I want the gear sprite visibility, and that is based on if. No, it is the scrap sprite visibility. Yeah. Each gear. This is a single gear. Each gear has its own index. That's gear index. All right. Current special. No. Max value is greater than the gear index. Yes. All right. Current and banked pending gear total. That for me. Exactly 3. That's got to be it though, right? It greater than or equal to is not going to cut it. 2.99. Yes. 3 exactly. No. So it was a border error. There we go. Now it maxes out. And if I do 200, fills up. Yeah. Okay. Whew. This is what I'm looking for right here. Is yeah. Ugh, scrap per gear is currently not something that can be changed, but one of these days it is going to be changeable. So I think we need to put that in the stats. We're gonna have a per gear 100, and that way we can modify it with modules. It's gonna do weird stuff. Do weird stuff. Maybe that doesn't change. Maybe the amount earned from an attack changes. That makes more sense. Don't have modules change this. Instead, change amount earned per golden tech. That's better. But having it here is informational. There we go, because that way we don't have to worry about missing out on this value here. Having it non-standard. All right, so to get the total amount, that is our displayed pending. This right here, current and pending year total. It's the pending that we really care about. Displayed pending plus banked. So banked and then pending is coming from scrap.pending. So we just add it up and see if it has hit 100. That's it. Ooh, all right. Is scrap full equals banked plus pending greater than or equal to this one right here, per gear. All right, so we've hit, hey, I've got full scrap and it's our turn. Why can't we use the meter? And then we'll say, well, because you just can't deal with it. We gotta change this. Tut scrap salvage. So what is Cat's smarmy thing to say? Gonna be here. And she'll just say like, "Oh, it's made out of scrap. I gotta do a little salvage work on it." Go. Perfect. Just like that. That's good enough. Pretty to the point. Just explain what it does, why it does it. That's all we need. The kind of annoying thing is that not every player will see this tutorial. You could wind up in a situation where you just don't ever hit these tutorial lines. I think it's okay, because generally I want to avoid just spelling everything out. Just like figure it out. Play around with the stuff. You'll see what it does. But some people might need a little gentle push in the right direction. Okay, so that's a third. It's a third system tutorialized there, and a bug fixed in the gear meter. Not one that would ever show up in the tutorial. In the tutorial, you don't get a second gear power. You're always maxed out at 1. So the special move spilling over, I don't think would have even been an issue. It was just a visual bug anyway. But at least now it's actually looking right. I do like that it... Okay, cool. And I think, well, you know what we could do is let's jump into a battle with something that's a little bit tougher, made of a little bit tougher stuff. Let's grab a cave mite in the grass. So we have to attack it. We don't have to do any damage, just as long as we are on the offensive here. Boom. Breakpoint. Don't need you anymore. I'm sorry, why is it over here? Is it because of the breakpoint? Or is it because, oh, it's because of the tutorial actually happened before the position got updated. Okay, I do want to address that. I think we can do better. Formerly, we were saying do this only during player side turns. We're also going to do it before player side turns as soon as the unit changes. I did not add it in, no. I need to. Okay, yeah, we saw the meter fill up a bit. And then now, we should be able to get another one going after this turn. 3 pigs in a trench coat. What will they do? That's not good. That's not good. That is good though. This is looking pretty decent. The little flies up and everything. I like that. It's gear spin again? That's not how that's supposed to happen. I think something's gone a bit wonky. Cycling the recovery move. Yeah, let's do this. Like it fills up. Well, this is like seriously advanced. Hey, oh look, we got that. Good. Okay, good. Alright, so I need to cycle one more turn through. Alright, what do we got here? Recent moves. Recent move, recent move, recent move. Index, recent move list. So we need to look at Game Manager, Stats, Scrap. Game Manager. Okay. Recent moves. Gear spin, gear spin, gear spin, gear spin. Because all I've used is gear spin. All right, good. That's kind of what I want to see there. Okay. Grab the most recent move. Filter it to only the most recent moved one? No, I want the opposite. I want the opposite. I want to... Hey, Liari. I want to say, give me all the ones that are not that, right? Okay, so we get gear spin. Fills up our meter a little bit. Lock. Gear spin again. No one would expect, it's true, no one ever expects 3 lizards to be in the same place. Okay, so now, there we go. Now we're choosing different moves. Now Kat's got it. Now Kat's got the golden move, and it's scan. And it doesn't matter if she even fails, we've already gotten the reward for it. Okay, so now we have recently used gear spin and scan. So we can just smack, do nothing, block. And now Dabble's got the golden technique with Spring Fling. Perfect. And this is exactly what we want. We want to occasionally reward non-optimal play. I want you to sometimes have to pick a move that is not the one that does the most damage because of the reward you can grab from it. You're not going to always be like, I'm doing whatever move I want, and getting this nice bonus out of it. No, sometimes you have to make a hard choice of like, if you want the bonus, you might have to pick a move that doesn't really help you advance combat. You might have to do a little less damage, or even, something that really puts you in a tough spot. Now, in regular play, I don't think it's ever going to be that bad. You'll just ignore it. I think in hard mode, you will have to really think it through. Okay, cool. That is great. That looks good. So now, Scrap Collection has a tutorial. I don't think we do we want to do something crazy, like to really make this look exciting for when it's like, where's the scrap effect? This is the scrap effect. I have to turn on emitting. It gets clipped, so you can't quite see it. But like, we could have something that adds a border to this panel. What would that look like exactly? Is that panel? Why can't I see the panel? Is it because of the offset, the layout, perhaps? Thought this would be a nice, easy thing to show off here. We could have a unique version of this that has a border of solid gold. And then how do we do... We have to do like a minimum width. This would be bad, wouldn't it? Oh, see, there's a problem. There's a problem right there, isn't it? 686.55. The problem I'm thinking is modulate. Yeah. Like maybe something like this. Just give it a little something like this. For that, we need to figure out exactly. That work. Okay, here we go. Update style. Now this is. Yeah, activate scrap effect. That's super doable. That's super doable. We just say is golden. By default is false. And when we call this, we say, it is golden after all. And then we need to add 6 more. We need to add 6 total colors instead of 3. This is for the panel modulation and the font color is where we set these. So we just have to say do different things for all of these cases. So selected, unselected but available, and disabled. all have different modulation values. Okay, okay. There we go. I hope you're doing well, Dupu. I remember mentioning something you said or did recently, and I don't remember it anymore, so that's that. Something I think that is really nice, I think this is a very nice safety measure. When you are saying, here is a hex code, I have a string that is a hex code for a color, please parse this into a color, you have to provide it a default value to say, hey, if this string turns out to be an invalid hex code, what color are you using instead? And for statically defined values, that's not an issue, but for like user supplied values or things being pulled in from a config file, or, you know, just you're working with multiple people and you don't know if they're going to be providing you the right data in your block of the code, this is really nice. That's a really good way of handling that. So props for this definition. I don't know if this comes from Python or not, or if that's something that's a GD script original. Oh, it was your definition of Tamagotchi Life's genre as being a Mad Lib, a Mad Lib-like. And yeah, I guess so. All right, so if it's not selected, we can kind of dim it a bit. And if it is unavailable, well, that's sad, isn't it? That's very sad. So we'll do this color. There we go, just like that. Okay. We did it. The first strand-like Mad Lib. The first quadruple A Mad Lib. Alright, get me into a fight. Dabbleworks Games. We build video games and get in fights. All right, there we go. And this is a very bad move to use here because it's going to do no damage. I really feel like border would be nicer. There's already so much going on here. Like, look, everything is a different color. Every one of these is a different color. What means what? The nice thing is, like, it's just a slight goldish tint to it. You've got the arrow, you got the big moving triangle to indicate this one is the one you are currently selecting. This one. So I'm okay with that. All right, the last thing that I think we need is maybe sound effects for scrap. It's gonna be happening a lot. So I'm okay with skipping that. It's just like a little thing going on the UI. I don't need to draw attention to. You did it. You used a move. So I think we're good. So this is done. Is that everything? Is that everything that we wanted to add for the demo? I mean, I guess I'm gonna have to play through the entirety of chapter 1 and see if there's anything that I would want to change. I did add a really, really nice feature for demo players that I think is going to make a huge difference. There was something. I know there was something. Added this. Specifically for the demo is, hey, I will warp you straight to the start of chapter 1 if you're really not interested in the lore and you just want to start running around fighting pigs. Then go for it. Then it just kicks you right out here. You've already got a little bit of damage taken. You can just get into it. Go fight pigs. Go find strawberries. You've already got a little bit of money. You're close to a level up. Like, I start you out at... Oh. Oh. That's not on the right bus. We're not on the right bus. Oh. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, no, 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 no. My bus. Oh, my bus is on the wrong bus. Sound effects. Kind of banana. Medium jelly. He's really hugging that pig. Let him have it, cat. Ow. Oh, yeah, let's fix that. Let's fix that. That is battle event. Change that back to 5. So now it takes 5 moves before you get your scrap recovery. Which means, on average, how many rounds of combat? Every 3 rounds, you will be gifted. Yeah, every 4 rounds, I guess. Every 4 rounds of combat, you'll get a little bit of scrap. That will reward you with some scrap amount. What's the scrap amount? Oh, it's randomized. Oh, and it's based on your level? Is that a good idea? Is that... Oh, wait, it's plus. It's not times. It's plus your double your level. Okay. Okay. So that means between level 1... Level 1, you'll be getting 30 to 40. And then at level... Well, roughly. And then at level 15, that's when you're getting 60 to 70. Almost double total. And at that point in the game, you're gonna have more... Yeah, all right, you know what, that's fair. Yeah. What's interesting is that's gonna make the golden moves extremely impactful. Like in the early game, it's like, it's fine. But in the late game, it's like, that's a whole special move that I'm leaving on the table if I don't use this particular move that the game has selected. Okay, so you're gonna have to have about 3 golden moves to recover your gear. You're gonna get each golden move about every 4 rounds of combat. I think that's fine. I think that's fine. Especially because I'm gonna add some modules that modify the value of like something that increases the amount of scrap you gain, something that maybe increases the frequency of golden moves ever so slightly. The real problem that because it's based on number of moves used, but it doesn't actually take effect until the start of a round, there's going to be some times where you have actually used 1 extra move than I'm requesting. I'm requesting 5 attacks to be used. So you can do 5 attacks and 1 item, and then on round 4, you've got a golden move. But if you do 6 attacks, that's still, there you go, Yag. That's what's wrong with my game. Okay, I think that's fine. I think we're good here. New system looks like it's working as intended. Scary. Is there anything else I wanted to do for chapter 1 or prologue? Oh, Linux build. He's doing it. How dare he? Who wants to try a Linux build? Oh, I bet jellies don't have a tattle, a scan log. Map looks fun. That's not where I am. What's going on here? How does that work? Can I do this? Now do I have a map working? No. What? What the deal? Actually, wait. What's the deal with the map? The pause map. Where's my pause map? Pause menu map. Map handler. It's based on the categories of the room directory. And that is based on visited rooms. Where's visited rooms? That is game manager stats visited scenes. Okay. Game manager stats visited scenes. Already I've got all of these. That looks great. So my visited room looks fine. So we're trying to get that into visited categories. So for each of these rooms, yep, in the room directory that has a category, we're adding to the list of categories. And if it's the current scene, then that's the current category we're looking at. So to shed some light behind the scenes, we've got this big list of every room in the game. A Mac, a Linux, wow. So for instance, in the prologue, these are our scenes. This is it. This is every room in the prologue. And for each of those, So for instance, the road leading up to Frogtown is construction site. Frogtown is 3 scenes long, all categorized as Frogtown. Riverside Trail, Carroll Caves, Riverside Trail again, Snail Fort. And the idea is that I'm maintaining a list in the player's stats of every one of these rooms that they've been to. And then on the map, I will show each dot that is matching a category that contains a room we've been to. So my question now is, why is the map showing? I've been to two categories, it looks like. So let's say right here we're gonna track visited categories. Oh, it's not loading. Because it's not reloading. It used to reload every time and it doesn't do that anymore. Oh, yeah. So we need some kind of refresher. So I modified the pause menu code because I found that I was instantiating the pause menu every time you pause. Sounds reasonable, but the pause menu is getting big because it has, you know, your bestiary, your list of every module you've seen, the map, all the settings stuff, and it's like, you know what? What if we just load it when the game loads and just leave it in memory. Don't keep recreating it. And so I did a kind of an annoying refactor of the system for instantiating the pause menu, replacing it with one that would just store it and retrieve it. But the problem is that the map is very much intended to rebuild itself in order to make sure it's up to date. So this may be something that needs to happen every time. Oh, I hate that. I really don't want to rebuild this node every time you pause the game, but it would be reasonable to rebuild this node every time you press the map button. Ah, there we go. There it is. There it is. So that's the data banks. So, map. Where's our map? Map page. Map page. How do we get to map page? How do we get to the map page? Map page, here we go. Doesn't have a initialize setup here. It should. So how do we map? How do we check? Here we go, on selection made. So if you selected a page, and it has a subpage, then we instantiate it. Map does have a subpage called map page. Except now we're no longer instantiating it, we're just toggling its visibility. So perhaps a setup scan log. Initialize. When do we call this initialize? Every time. Okay, yeah, I did do this. When you press the button, we're going to call the initialize function. That's perfect. So we can have a initialize for map called refresh map. Now, unfortunately, we don't have that yet. So we need to add that. Refresh map. So that is using the map page. Databank items / map. Databank panel. Databank items map. This one right here, that's perfect. Now what manages the map exactly? It's this right here. Yeah, this one. So right now, which of this stuff can actually happen? Refresh map. So we're gonna call map page .refresh map. And now all we need to do is plug in the right code here. Visited nodes. Yeah, every time that you pull up the map, I want to check the visited nodes. Yep. Current node. Yeah. Connections. Okay, here's where it gets silly. We're probably appending. Well, actually, are we appending anything? Are we adding any children? We're adding dots. Okay, dots are getting added. Oh no. Okay. Yeah. We're gonna have to delete all the dots. We gotta make sure that we delete all the dots every time. But other than that, everything here is fine. Okay, so on ready, call refresh map. And then dots, just delete all of them. That's fine. Okay. Load game from the top. All right, and here we go. Map. And we crashed. Oh, is map page not the map page that I thought it was? Oh, map page is probably this. It is, and I want to get down to this. To map data. So I'm here. Map page. Databank item / map. Yep, then go to item backdrop. Okay, cool. From the top. Play it again. Fast forward. So that's a bit of a sluggish start, but I think it kind of makes sense. Still no good. No? No? All right, here's the question. Is it calling this function? Yes. Okay, so where are all my... Oh, links, child linked nodes. Hey, Jim. I'm working hard on some cleanup stuff. I'm gonna do a new release of the demo because I've got a lot of stuff that's been added to like the UI that makes everything look a lot more complete. Simply thank you for the lizard party. Mac, thank you for the posy party. We can't move for lizards and posies here. There she is on the bed. Posey had to be locked up for a little bit today while we were out of the house. But we put her in one of those little... She's got these treat balls. It's like this little plastic container with like a small opening in it. You unscrew it and you pop in a little sphere of peanut butter or whatever prepackaged stuff we've got, and then close it back up, and she's just all day. But yeah, we're working on the existing demo. These aren't really in any good shape, these databank items. They're looking a lot better now. Also, it's got like the music list. And I think it's kind of nice that in the demo, you're going to be able to see the list of music, and every time you get a song for the first time, it will appear in the databank, and you can see it and see kind of the credits. I think it's kind of nice that because the code technically includes the data for everything I've got so far, you're going to be able to look at this and be like, oh, I can see how many songs are in the full version. And you're going to go, oh, okay, oh, that's a lot. That's the hope. Same with enemies. It goes down to 41 so far. Yeah, the plan is for the music that you'll be able to play it from the pause menu, and I'm gonna wrap that into like a little side quest, wherein you can, I don't know, kind of like a hunt down a special enemy that represents the song somehow. There'll be like a guy that owns a record shop or something. It's like, oh, my music, it's run away. You gotta go after the vinyl. You gotta go break some records, something like that. And then you'll defeat these special enemies, and each time you do, you'll collect like a handful of soundtrack pieces, and then there'll be rewards for collecting enough of them. Kind of like a little side quest thing that for the completionists will enjoy, the people who like the music will enjoy, because I've got some plans for a really silly in-battle mini-game. I like mini-games in battle. Adding music definitely makes sense for yours. It doesn't work quite as well for this style, but it's worth considering. Status effects. We've got 22 different status effects in the game, and we're not even out of chapter 3 yet. I love that. I love status effects. I could really do a nice little deep dive on status effects. There is a whole there's a whole area in the main hub town that is a research facility where they research status effects. And the idea is every time you see a new status effect, if you go back to them, they'll reward you after finding, like 3, 5, 8, however many status effects, with some rewards that specifically tie into status effect systems. There's one that I have planned that I've not created yet, but I want to add in something that's like if you have this module equipped, then if you start your turn with, or you'll regenerate 1 HP for every status effect that is currently on you, whether it's positive or negative, that kind of stuff. And so that you can start to make these builds around, okay, how many ridiculous things can I just throw on myself using moves or items or other modules to build like this ungodly status effect themed build. I really want to see if I can make a system that supports it. I mean, the system supports it. It just needs a lot of the content, It's like the engine is there. It's just now I need all of the different items and modules and moves and enemies that can do these sorts of things. But yeah, a status effect build is something I've had in mind for a while, and I just have to make sure it's not overtly OP. But yeah, it'll be good. It'll be good. Right now, I'm figuring out how I broke the map. The map is broken because of reasons, I guess. The map is broken because I changed how the pause menu loads in. The pause menu used to instantiate every time you brought it up, but the result was that because I've been adding all of these things to the pause menu, all of this big stuff, it was loading in these big lists and all these UI elements every time. And I tried like, oh, I'll move it so that, you know, it only happens when you pull up these sub menus, and like that felt sluggish. I was like, it's not that much stuff to keep in memory. Let's just unload the pause menu, but not free it. Just remove it from the tree, put it back when we need it. Oh, if it isn't subbed to me soon. Pause menu. I've gotten away with spelling it P-A-W-S in 2 different games so far, and I don't think it's going to work in this one. Anyway. Visited categories. None. Okay. So now we know kind of where the bug is. This is coming back empty. Visited categories is coming back empty. Is it from here? Okay, that variable is good. This variable is good. This one's got to be coming back blank, right? Map areas has got to be coming back blank. It is map data.getChildren. Okay, we'll try that. Map data, get children. I think Paper Mario 64 actually instantiated its pause menu each time you hit start. There's a noticeable hitch. Yeah. Call it authentic. I mean, well, okay. It felt barely sluggish on my PC. And I know I've got an SSD. Thank you for the lizard party. Somebody soon loves the lizards. I know that I've got... Weren't you supposed to change your name? Wasn't that a whole thing? Wasn't there a contest? Okay. It was just for a while. My computer is not like super souped up, but it's... I had last upgraded like 5 years ago, and I did go decent on the video card, not crazy, and decent RAM, and it's got an SSD. I got in before Bitcoin stuff started going nuts, which was good. I don't think I could get even this good a card for... Anyway. But my point is that my build is okay. And in watching some people play the demo, it noticeably is running a bit slower on instantiating scenes. So I know if I'm getting a little hitch on pause, it's going to be really bad for slower hardware. That is one other thing I need to put on my to-do list for demo prep. We got to rework the hub, unfortunately. I hate it. I think we're going to cheat So the hub in this game is this really cool place with all these cool little buildings and characters, and it's divided into like these little sections. Like here's the southeastern zone, and then here's the northeastern zone, and it does screen transitions between them, but it's still one big area. It's all one big scene. It's just I do a fade out and fade back in as if I'm loading a new zone. Silly, whatever, doesn't matter. What is bad is that this area chugs when you're loading in, and I would love to have something like, oh, well, this one's just like a diorama of the area. It's not actually loaded in. It's just like, low poly, placeholder texture kind of stuff. Like, it's the idea that area is back there, because you're only gonna see it like from right here. You're barely gonna be able to see anything. But I do a sweeping camera thing the first time that you arrive here to show off all the stuff, and you like sweep past everything and then do a big pull out all the way out, and then you're like, oh, you're all inside just the mere infrastructure of this big facility. Whoa. Roboport. So I need this area to still be loaded. This area less so, and I think I could get away with chopping this whole area out and replacing it with just some blurry textures. We're gonna do some benchmark testing this week and determine like how much can we get away with over here. Can we really make this look like it's just nothing else? Because you barely even see it. I don't know what I'm gonna put over. There's gonna be a whole nother section of town over here that I haven't planned out. It's gonna happen before Chapter 3. After Chapter 2, before Chapter 3, you're gonna be able to access the west half of Drainpipe. This area up here, I don't know if that's ever gonna come up. This may just get filled in with junk, and we just, I don't know. Like maybe just some big set piece of like some interior building. Like it's the Coliseum, of course. That's where we have the Coliseum is where we have our mini game, where you fight things for like 3 hours and get a paltry reward. Yeah, well, okay, and here's the next thing. There's one other benefit to having this as one big room, aside from, I get to have my fancy little sweeping camera display. The other advantage is I don't have to maintain 2 different copies of the same area. So having it in memory is like colliders, like you said, is one thing. Like, we remove the colliders, and then, okay, now all the physics are faster. We remove the actors, and, okay, that's less viewports going on. But yeah, textures is something that's a little bit harder for me to think, like, there's not that many textures when you really break it down. My fear is that a lot of these things that are using the exact same root albedo texture are actually separate materials because of like, oh, well, this one needs the UV triplanar flag enabled, so it's got to be a separate material. And so we could have a case where we've got a lot of the same texture, but it's being loaded in memory multiple times. I do need to investigate to see how much tooling Godot gives you for tracking down loading times on scenes. Because there could be something to that. Let me Anyway, that's what's going on there. Map. That's what we were talking about. We were talking about the map. What's up with the map? Map areas. Get children. This is map area. It has no children. Map areas has no... It's this. It's this right here. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. That's what it is. We deleted it. Shoot. This is what's supposed to be here. Yeah, these are what's supposed to be here. Texture wouldn't be loaded on memory multiple times. The same texture on disk. Okay, good, good. Material instantiation might be hefty. Yeah, we're gonna have to learn, I'm afraid. I don't know if there's any way around it. We're just gonna have to learn how stuff works. I'm gonna have to get uncomfortably familiar with the internals of this engine. I really enjoy the pleasant little fiction I live in when working with any sort of system like this. Of I don't have to know what's going on under the hood. It's, you know, I request that it does the thing, it does the thing. I request that it moves this to there, it moves this to there. And sometimes I'll run across something where it's like, oh, it moved that to there, but you also did this. I'm like, of course, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, a little bit of extra knowledge. But this sort of thing, it's like, okay, we have to pull back the veil. You're going to have to learn the uncomfortable truth. You're going to have to see how the sausage is made. And then this terrible cosmic truth, it's going to force itself into my mind, and I'm going to realize, oh no, I've been doing such and such wrong for years. And I now have to live with the burden of knowing that immediately I'll think of like, okay, there's 30 things right off the bat I can think of that I did the wrong way that's going to make this thing have to work harder. Hey, Ribby. We're fixing some bugs in the demo. As you know, the demo does add... The new version of the demo is going to add a lot of nice things to the UI, to the pause menu. Some new content, like a handful of new enemies and modules. But the big thing is the data banks in the menu. Like your list of enemies, your list of status effects, all that. The map has been added and it was working, but because I added a thing that prevents the pause menu from rebuilding itself every time you pause, which is good, the map now breaks. It will work fine if you... Actually, no, it won't even work fine from this. Yeah, it's because of this. It's because of this. Unfortunately, I need to figure out what to do about this. Yeah, so it is maintaining the list of where we're going correctly. I wonder if I should make some changes to the title screen a little bit. Like, if nothing else, it makes it more obvious when someone loads up the game. Like, hey, are you running the old version or the new version? Yeah, so see, this is... Okay. This is good. This is what we want to see. What we don't want to see is these dots over here. I think we can get by with just... hiding them instead of queue free. And then we're golden. I think that does it. Yeah, that should be good. Yes, actually, native Linux is going to be, I think, easy. I'm gonna have Mac test that. I have no. Thank you for the follow. All follows are anonymous, but happy to have you here. Oh my gosh, we're getting up there. I just peaked. I turn off the visible, like, some of the stats on the stream manager, sub count, follower count stuff. But if you mouse over it, it does show you. And sometimes I peak. We're getting close to 1,400. Yeah, my fear, setting up the build profile was easy. Like, Godot makes it pretty easy just to say, I want to be able to deploy Linux. And it says, okay, you've downloaded the build information. Now all you gotta do is press this button to get a Linux build. So that looks great. My fear is that it's not that simple, but I just haven't learned that yet. That's fear number one, is, oops, there's a lot more to it that you didn't think about. Number two, it is that simple, great. So number one's out the window. Crashing glass sound effect. Number two, and more realistic concern, is that I'm 85% certain that I have not put anything in this code that is Windows specific. Everything that reaches out to files is using Godot GDScript native calls that will be compiled to the appropriate methods for that specific build. I feel very confident about that. 85% is pretty good. But there is a chance that something is going to operate a little differently on Linux for some reason. And it's one of the things that, if you read all the documentation and you retained all of it, then you would have known, but you didn't. So you get the uncomfortable truth. We're gonna see. I at this point, I just don't know what I don't know. Yeah. We're using, I'm pretty sure we're using the correct file pathy stuff that would be appropriate for Linux. Yeah, and Max already confirmed that you can play this on Linux, but it's with those sort of like automatic, it's emulation, but not quite emulate. It's that gray area where it's okay, yes, but you are. Let's be real. This is a Windows build that is running on Linux. I would really love to be able to get a Linux native build, just to make it a little bit more available, a little bit more, I don't know, Linux friendly. It does add it does complicate the deployment process somewhat, but it's not that bad to have an extra depot in Steam. No, it'll be good. Oh, yes. Okay. I've been trying. I'm looking at who we got for a raid target. I've been trying for a while to get back over to Quillo. They are learning Godot. Man, it was like a week or two ago. I was like hemming and hawing over who to raid for like 15 minutes. And then I finally just settled on, I don't know who this is, but let's try them. And then Quillo goes live like 5 minutes later. Like, dang it, I've been trying to raid you for weeks. They're on a bit of a different time zone. They got some cool stuff going on, cool ideas, a good eye for cool visuals. Starting pretty much from the ground up, which is really fun to watch. We are going to raid them tonight. Quillo Manar. Yeah, there was one thing they were. When did I start raiding this? When did I raid this guy last? It would have been like. Let me see. When did I follow? Let me see my own. January. It's been
it's been 3 months since the first time we popped in. We haven't been able to pop in since because oh yes, yeah, okay. Stream title helps me fill in the gaps. That's what it was. Occasionally interrupted by a live human baby. Yeah, he's not going to be able to stream a lot. Very intermittent schedule. But yeah, check him out. Stick around for a bit. He does a really good job of talking about his project and answering questions, which I really appreciate. I've got like a questionnaire of like, is this a good raid target? And Quillo checks almost all the things. Terrible, inconsistent schedule though. So that's knocks him down to an A-. Thanks for hanging out, guys. I'll be back tomorrow. Do some more work on Paper Robot. Cool. Bye, everybody. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for the Blizzard parties. Thank you for the raids. I had a great time. Good night, everyone.